Welcome back to my channel. I'm Heather Corinne, and today we're going to be crocheting these adorable mini axolotls. We can also create a bag charm or backpack buddy by adding some chain stitches to the top of the axolotl. This tutorial is designed to go along with the written pattern, which can be found in the description box below. So this is just a visual tool to go along with that written pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and pick out some stitch markers that match the project that we're making today. I'm going to be using some peach colored yarn and some dark orange colored yarn so that you can see the stitches better. So I picked out some orange stitch markers. We're going to be using worsted weight yarn and a size G or 4mm crochet hook. To begin, we're going to create a magic circle with the body colored yarn that you would like. So this would be the lighter colored yarn. We're going to place 6 single crochet into this magic circle. I do have a dedicated video for how to do a magic circle if you would like to look at that. And now we have 6 stitches in this magic circle. We're just going to pull the magic circle tight and move on to round 2. For round 2, we're going to increase in each stitch around. So increase is 2 single crochet in the same stitch in each stitch around. At the beginning of each round, I'm going to place a stitch marker in the first stitch of the round. So at the end of round 2, we should have a total of 12 stitches. For round 3, we're going to increase in the first stitch. Pop in our stitch marker. And then 1 single crochet in the next stitch. We're going to repeat that sequence all the way around. So increase, and then 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Increase, 1 single crochet. At the end of round 3, we should have a total of 18 stitches. Rounds 4 through 7, we're going to single crochet in each stitch around. So that's going to be round 4, 5, 6, and 7, 18 stitches per round. And I'll catch you back in a minute after we have gotten to the end of round 7. I will pop in really quick to show you how the pattern starts to curl inward, so you want to make sure that you're turning it the right direction out instead of the wrong direction out. Here we are at the end of round 7. I'm going to go ahead and pop out all of these stitch markers. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this magic circle tight to make sure there's no visible hole in the top of our axolotl. And then stuff that tail down inside. For round 8, we're going to decrease and then single crochet in the next stitch. So I'm going to do an invisible decrease, which is the front loops only, but you can do a normal decrease if you'd like. Decrease, pop in our stitch marker, and then one single crochet in the next stitch. And we're going to repeat that sequence all the way to the end. Decrease, and then single crochet in the next stitch. At the end of round 8, we should have a total of 12 stitches. For round 9, we're going to single crochet in each stitch around, so that's going to be a total of 12 stitches for round 9. For round 10, we're going to start adding the little legs. So we're going to single crochet in the first 3 stitches. So that was 1 single crochet, single crochet in the second stitch, single crochet in the third stitch, and now we're going to use the front loop only and create a bobble stitch. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, same stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, same stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, same stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, one more time, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and we should have a total of 6 loops on the hook now. Yarn over and pull through all 6 loops. And then we will single crochet in the next 3 stitches. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to repeat that bobble stitch in the next stitch. So that's yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2. Last time, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2. We'll have a total of 6 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through all 6 loops. Then we're going to single crochet in the next 4 stitches, which will end round 10. So that was 1, 2, 3, and the last one will be a total of 12 stitches for round 10. So I'm going to pop in a stitch marker real quick so that we can add the safety eyes, the mouth, and some stuffing. These are 6mm safety eyes. I'll link the ones that I used in the description box below. For the eye placement, we're going to count down 6 rounds from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then place them about 2 stitches apart. Ideally, we would have placed the eyes prior to this point. However, we need to have the first set of the legs so that we can make sure that the face is centered between the 2 legs. So it's a little bit of a struggle for me to get these backs on this far inside of the axolotl, but bear with me, we can do it. And here are our cute little eyes. Next, we will add a little smiley face, which this part's optional. If you don't want to add a smiley face, that is completely up to you. I'm going to be using some black embroidery floss. Now, this is only 3 strands of the embroidery floss. They come in 6 strands, so see how this pink one has 6 in it? You would just pull 3 of them apart. I'm just going to use a regular yarn needle to stitch this in, but feel free to use a smaller needle if you have one. I like to think of the mouth shapes as little V's. So I'm making one side of the V. And then the same thing for the other side. And so now I'm just going to double knot this together on the inside and snip off any of the excess embroidery floss. Make sure you're not double knotting them too tight, or the front side of the mouth will pull through on the outside of the axolotl. Next, I'm just going to add a little bit of stuffing. We'll have another opportunity to add some more stuffing, so don't overdo it at this point. Moving on to the next round, we're going to place our hook back in and remove these stitch markers. And for rounds 11 and 12, we're going to single crochet in each stitch around. So that's rounds 11 and 12, single crochet in each stitch around. For round 13, we're going to add 2 more legs. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out these stitch markers from 11 and 12. So round 13, we're going to start off by single crocheting in the first 4 stitches. So that was 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to bobble stitch in the next stitch. Now we have 6 loops on our hook. We're going to pull through all 6 loops to complete that bobble stitch. and then single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Last bobble stitch. All 6 loops on the hook, pull through all 6, and then we'll single crochet in the last 3 stitches of this round. So that was 1, 2, and the third one will be a total of 12 stitches for round 13. For round 14, we're going to single crochet in each stitch around, so that's 12 stitches for round 14. If you're enjoying this tutorial, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Okay, here we are at the end of round 14. We're going to pause and add the last bit of stuffing. So this is our last opportunity to add stuffing, so make sure you like how the body is looking. And moving on to round 15. For round 15, we're going to decrease and then single crochet in the next stitch. So decrease, pop in our stitch marker, and single crochet in the next stitch. We're going to repeat all the way around. Decrease, and then single crochet in the next stitch. We should have a total of 8 stitches for round 15. Okay, so for rounds 16, 17, and 18, I'm not going to put the stitch marker back in because it gets a little hard for me to work around it. So I'm just going to count a single crochet in each stitch all the way around for 3 rounds. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Starting again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And for the last round, round 19, we're going to decrease 4 times in a row. So this is decrease number 1, decrease 2, decrease 3, and decrease 4. Now I should have chained 1 right here, but I didn't. But go ahead and chain 1 and fasten off with a long enough tail to weave in the end. We're just going to take a yarn needle and close up the remaining hole at the bottom of round 19. And then we're going to weave this tail back through the axolotl and trim off any of that excess yarn. And here we have the completed body portion. Now moving on to the gills on either side of the face. We've got a darker color yarn and we're going to place a slip knot on our hook. And starting on the right side of the face, we're going to count down between rows 7 and 8. Insert the hook and slip stitch. Chain 3, insert the hook 1 row above, slip stitch, chain 3, insert the hook 1 row above, slip stitch, chain 3, insert 1 row above, and slip stitch. Chain 1 and tie off. And now that completes the right side of the gills, and we're just going to repeat the same thing on the left side. This part is optional, but I like to use some straight pins to mark where I want to place the stitches on the other side so that they match as evenly as possible with the right side. Now that we have our placement, we're going to place another slip knot on our hook and repeat the same steps as we did on the right side, except that we're going to start at the top instead of the bottom in order to work from right to left. So we insert the hook, slip stitch. Bear with me, this dark orange yarn is not the highest quality, so the little strings are making it hard for me to slip stitch. Chain 3, insert the hook, slip stitch, chain 3, insert the hook, slip stitch, chain 3, insert the hook, slip stitch, chain 1, and tie off. To weave in these ends, we're just going to use a yarn needle and thread these tails down through towards the back side of the body. And then if you pull just a little tight and snip off the yarn, the end of that tail sucks back inside of the amigurumi. Moving on to the tail, we're going to start from the right side, go down to the tip, and work back up to the left side. So place a slip knot on your hook. This yarn is not good quality. See how it's splitting apart like this? So let's see if we can get these slip stitches into the tail. So we're going to insert the hook underneath the leg here and slip stitch, chain 3, go down around, insert the hook and slip stitch, chain 3, go down around, insert the hook and slip stitch, chain 3, down one more round, insert the hook and slip stitch. And for the tip of the tail, we're going to chain 4 instead of chaining 3. So after that chain 4, we're going to turn and insert the hook on the other side. And we'll continue back with chaining 3 and slip stitching until we're back at the top. And here is our last slip stitch. Chain 1 and fasten off. And we'll weave in these tails the same way we did on the side of the head. And here we have our adorable finished axolotl. For the bag charm option, we'll be using the color yarn of the body of the axolotl, place a slip knot on our hook, and to the back side of round 1, we're going to slip stitch. And then chain 40. Now that we have our chain 40, we will insert the hook into that same stitch where we started and slip stitch. And now we have a cute little bag charm. So we would tie off and weave in those ends, but I'm not going to turn this one into a bag charm, so I'm going to pull this back out. As you can see, these no-sew patterns whip up really quickly, so they're perfect for crochet markets or gifting. Please tag me on Instagram with any of the unique color combinations that you make. I think I'm going to make the full spectrum of the rainbow here. Thanks for hanging out with me today and happy crocheting. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon with a new fun project.